Scientology at the insistence of my mother because hypnosis works pretty well. Okay. All right. I mean, I got some Dianetic auditing. It seemed to work. I didn't know what it worked at the time. I didn't know anything about hypnosis or suggestion, and so I attributed it to Hubbard's greatness.
Arnie Lerma was, in my opinion, and many others, a true pioneer and hero amongst the ex-Scientology spokespersons. He came up with this thing called 10 Steps Out of Scientology, which briefly shows the various steps that a Scientologist goes through when they come out of Scientology. There's a way into Scientology, and then there's a way out. And in order to recover, you have to actually walk all the way out. Many people, as you're going to see in this video, I'm going to give you an example, pitched their tent somewhere along these certain levels. Very few actually deprogram from the whole thing and realize it's all
recent
horseshit. It's
commenters.
all a con. All of it.
Alright.
That's a hard stage to get to. And people coming out of Scientology,
and they know who they are.
And I can vouch for this, that they go through fantastic transformations in their perceptions, in their personality, and their whole life changes. I went through this process, which we're going to talk about specifically in detail in Season 3 on the series. But let's talk informally about the subject of deprogramming, about getting out of Scientology. And I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm going to answer a particular viewer's question that's pertinent to this particular subject. So let's get into it. And I introduced Arnie Lerma's The 10 Steps Out of the Cult.
Independence.
Holy shit, there's something wrong here. If this is so great, then why is blank going on? Insert whatever atrocity you have recently witnessed. The guys at the top must be crazy.
About them.
Miscav and crew, they're the evil demons from another dimension. Hubbard just went crazy at the end. Hubbard went crazy in 1966. Holy shit, Hubbard was mad as a frickin' hatter from the start. Oh my god, this whole thing is a complete fraud. Oh my god, it's a criminal organization with criminal convictions all over the world, and it was only about fucking money. The realization that there are no OTs there. Not one. Realizing after leaving Scientology that this in fact makes one an ex-Nazi and wanting to do something about it.
Wow. But
that part of Scientology that works is the lawyers.
Okay. So, step 1 here. Let's break these down, shall we, my friends? So, number 1, there's something wrong here. If this is so great, meaning Scientology, then why is blank going on? Insert whatever atrocity you have recently witnessed. This step, my friend, can take people so freaking long to figure out. I recalling Leah Remini's story and many other people's story where you know the tech works. Understand, you've already been brainwashed that Scientology has a technology to free you. And once you get a taste of that and you believe in that,
wrecks a lot of people.
The standard subconscious programming or suggestion
and
is
I think it doesn't.
And Hubbard are infallible. Therefore, if you're witnessing something wrong, this is the beginning, or can be the beginning of your wake-up process. So, because we don't doubt Hubbard or the tech, myself,
don't tell your parents
that. Scientology. When you see things that are wrong happening, you just write reports. You try to get things fixed. You know it's anybody but Hubbard, anybody but David Miscav. It's usually your fault. And if it's not your fault, then it's somebody else's fault. And you just handle it all internally with the ethics conditions and all sorts of things. But every once in a while, especially if you've been in for a while, maybe you'll see that the org is kind of empty, and then maybe you see bad behavior, or the statistics are falsified, or any number of things that can happen after you've been in for a while that make you start wanting to fix Scientology, wanting to, handle it. And again, they have a whole procedure where you write up lines to, somebody, I'm having such and such a problem, I just witnessed so-and-so, and then it circles back around where it gets fixed or it doesn't. It's circular logic, and on it goes. So
circular logic
that can take forever.
Fucking
right. To finally go beyond that, you know, something bad is happening here, into step 2, where it says the guys at the top must be crazy. Okay, I see what's going on here. Again, it's not Miscav yet. It's not the dead L. Ron Hubbard. It's the freaking management that you're dealing with. It's your particular org or mission that you're getting services from. It's a particular executive director or mission holder. I don't believe they have missions anymore, but back in the day, it was the mission holder's fault. You started to realize that management up at the top was corrupt, right? Step 3. Now, this is where we have the indie Scientologists, and where so many ex-Scientologists hang out at for a long time. People could spend a lifetime on this particular one. And that is Miscav and crew are evil demons from another dimension or something similar. So this is what sparked this week's cult clip.
This is what's weird, see. I got given this information without being
doesn't believe any of it. And an indie Scientologist now a very interesting discussion on this thread on the Andy Masterson video.
That's just weird, isn't it, people?
So this Miscav and crew are evil.
Everyone in the world is thinking it's weird.
This is what happens when
people around me still don't think it's that weird.
In the technology.
Normal.
I gotta tell you, when I had auditing without any other frame of reference,
was everything that's going on.
Access that state of mind elsewhere through other techniques if I wanted to.
No, man.
I really was sold on the idea that no matter what else happens, the Scientology technology is special. I've never felt this way before. It definitely works. Therefore, finally, you might get lucky and go, Miscav is the SP or suppressive person or sociopath. He's the one fucking up Scientology. But I still believe in Hubbard.
This is why the independents
outside of the church. They're called
were fascinated by me.
Special breed. I'm not trying to be mean or
way past this guy.
Their experiences.
I am.
It's just I've had many interactions.
Way past.
It's so mind-boggling to me personally, being out of this for over a decade. How can
fair
I
play
know
to him.
why, but how can
He's
they
right.
see the obvious? Can't they just go that
getting
next
there.
step and realize that actually?
But I am leagues ahead of him.
So, anyways, that's where the indies hang out at, and then if you're lucky,
And
you get to the
I
next step.
spotted
Hubbard went crazy at
the
end.
indies
Okay, so now they're starting to see, wait a minute,
playing
the
their
tech is good,
tricks,
but then Hubbard, I guess, fell off
creating
and
little
went mad and
cliques,
shit. This is when the deprogramming
groups,
starts more and more, and you start maybe
online.
questioning Hubbard or seeing, God, he's
I'm looking at bullshit.
nuts at the end. You keep justifying it because you can't yet see the bigger picture, right? You're still in the forest, and it's all about pulling back your perception, usually over many, many years, if you're lucky, to see the entire picture, to connect all the dots. So the next one is Hubbard went crazy in 1966. Well, okay, so now the tech was good in the early days. Dianetics was good. All of the communication courses. But then he started to go wacko, and it got into this OT, glare fight, fucking bodies in pond type shit around 1966-ish. That's when he went crazy. I'm just going to hold on to the basic technology
all the time.
And just practice the communication.
Since he met Aleister Crowley,
right. The next step, should you progress,
I'd say he went crazy.
Hubbard was mad from the start. Now, this is a massive breakthrough that people can make when they start to, because this can unravel the whole thing.
Not that I'm
Once
into
you realize
Scientology,
he's a
but
psychopath, and please check out the interviews with H.G. Tudor. We did 2 of them, and the third one's coming up next month, where he does a fantastic job of breaking down specifically narcissists and sociopaths, psychopaths, and they have particular characteristics where once you really lock in on that, specifically they have no conscience, and they can never change no matter what, no matter how much persuasion, they cannot change. So this one is really key and can make you start unraveling who you were actually dealing with Hubbard. Get into his hypnosis aspects, which will answer for you why you got blown out of your mind.
But he's talking about Scientology, but the thing is, I've exposed the independence,
crazy shit and lies and fake military career. This is when you can really start
way more than this guy is doing.
Now, number 7
just to normals out there, normal people.
Now you're really on the way out, but you might still be holding on to the tech.
I've
Scientology sticks forever in your brain,
breached
and you actively have
much.
to try to get this
Any contract, that contract with Charlie Beach, by the way, would be go halves in the money.
This whole thing is a complete fraud. Where that kind of
that's it.
Huge transformation.
Go halves in the money. It's billions anyway, so
Number
it doesn't really matter.
God, it's a criminal
just go halves.
With criminal convictions all
50-50. Because he's accountant.
And there's a little bit more
to it,
but this step 8 here, this is when you start to realize the extensive crime mafiosa connected